foursomes, swinger clubs. There is something so exciting when you're in a +2 or a 2+ situation. The dynamics, the individuality of everybody that's coming into play. The interesting thing about it is it's completely honest, it's always open, there's always boundaries, and it's adult consenting fun. How can it be bad? It's kind of fun. So I've heard. Now, if we take threesomes and foursomes, the next general thing is a swinger club. Now, if you've never been to a swinger club, you may be curious as to who the heck goes to those. I'll keep it simple and I'll keep it straightforward. Pretty much everyone. It's still a secret. You know, there's married people, there's couples, there's straight people, there's gay, there's bi, there's trans, there's pan, there's Lord knows what else. We're all there. And the rules are simple. Women hold the power. Everything, everyone must ask permission. And regardless of your individual beliefs, you must respect everyone. When I was single, I would actually go to swinger clubs because as a single woman, I actually felt more safe there than other places. I held the power. I was always asked. Oh. And then there's that part that I always got what I came for. Now, if we want to take threesomes and foursomes and swinger clubs to a larger foray, let's not pussyfoot around. Let's go straight to the orgies. Who the heck goes to orgies? Again, if you were thinking the sex-starved underworld goes to these depraved, horrible places, you'd just be dead wrong. It's interesting, 85% of all orgy goers are actually happily married couples. Imagine. 85% make up the attendance for these things. It's simple. It's just a social night out that happens to be geared and aimed toward orgasms. Kind of fun. If you're lucky, you have more than one. So, we've discussed some pretty hard topics. Really? Nothing? Thank you. Now, what else can I share? 6 months ago, I asked a woman out for the first time. Now, I had been 50 years straight. So it was curious because, the situation arose and I simply asked her out on a date. And we each had interesting questions or concerns about the other. As she looked at me, she's like, yeah, but you're straight. And I looked at her and thought, oh my God, what if she's monogamous? Thankfully, we both recognized that we didn't have to answer all of the questions simply to enjoy a lunch date. Now it's been 6 months since that date, and a lot of interesting things have come up. The first thing that came up in my world was I felt the need to tell my family. This is where you sit your kids down and you sit your family down, and the conversation went something like this. So, I'm poly. Check. I've been dating a man for a year and it's going really well and we love each other. Check. That he's also poly. Check. There's one other thing I need you to know. I'm dating a woman and it's going really well. And then I just let it hang. Thank you. And, what seemed like an eternity of silence. My daughter was the first one I told. And her response absolutely cut me to the core. OMG. That's freaking awesome. I was followed. My son, he's like, whatever makes you happy, Mom, that's amazing. Go for it. Another family member of mine, which is so dear to me, she actually said, oh, well, isn't that modern? Dating a woman, you hear things and you experience things that, as a straight woman, I had never heard. And for the record, I don't actually know what I call myself yet, so we'll just leave that there. Telling the kids first and foremost was huge. The next one, I was talking to a girlfriend at work, and we were discussing this new relationship of mine on how it works and what have you. And she literally looked at me and said, I've got to ask you a question. Do you mind? After everything I've shared with you, ask away. She's like, are you the guy? I'm like, sister, I've got 26 shades of lipstick. I am not the guy. Another interesting phrase I heard about a month ago, which again, as a straight woman, you would never hear. My girlfriend was over. We spent the weekend together, and she was packing up and getting ready to leave. And all of a sudden, I heard this little voice coming out of the bedroom saying, hon, can I leave the bag of dicks here for the next time? Okay, must be love. The final story I'll share with you tonight is, of course, as you're dating a woman, you're going to go to a lesbian weekend getaway. And it's interesting, a lot of people have talked about the little voices. My little voice also kicked in, and I was suddenly asking myself, what if I'm not gay enough? What if they find out I actually like men? Crap. What if I have a princess moment? Damn it, do lesbians have those? And what if I'm too soft because I have never in my entire life been confused as an outdoorsy person? All of this little chatter was utter nonsense. I enjoyed a fantastic weekend with 6 women, and we laughed, and we listened to music, and we danced, and we had a great time. Those concerns never came up again. Ladies and gentlemen, today I stand in front of you openly and honestly discussing sex. It's my belief that sex has been villainized, criminalized, demonized, and shamed for far too long. Because when we turn the lights on and shine it in all the directions, there can be no shadows, and there can be no shame. Everything starts with talking. So, what do I want to leave you with? In the year 2020, it is my absolute hope that this is the year of choice, that we honor preferences, and that we stand together in love, regardless if you're straight, gay, bi, trans, pan, or whatever else. And maybe, just maybe, have some fun during sex. Rumor has it, it's a whole lot of fun. Thank you.